Hey guys, today is Tuesday, May 19th, so we're done with all the lessons. What we're going to do today is I'm going to give you quiz 38 to do, and then you have some review lessons as well. And so basically what the next 2 days are going to be is just work days. I'll kind of go through and highlight some of it for you to make sure you got it. Tomorrow what I'm probably going to do is actually go through the test. You'll have work to do, but I'll actually go through the test and highlight that for you as well. And just if you have any questions on the work, you can get with me, because it's basically to kind of just review really quickly to make sure we see what we need. And if you have any questions, I can get up with me and we can kind of go through things before your test. And so today you need to take the quiz. Then I need you to do the review of graphing on page 485, 1 through 24. So for number 1, 2, and 3, basically, or 1 through whatever here, it says just graph each function using the zeros and the vertex. So to find the zeros, you set the numerator equal to 0. So for like number 1, you would set 4x squared minus 4 equal to 0 and solve it. You can factor that doing guess and check, or you could do the square root method. Either way, you just get x equals this, x equals that, and then those are going to be your zeros. For like number 4, you're going to do guess and check for that. For number 5, you're going to do guess and check. So just thinking about it and just factor those, and then that'll give you your zeros. To find your vertex, you just subtract, you just add your 2 answers that you got for x and divide by 2, and then plug back in. So for example, if I ended up with x equals 2 and x equals 4, that's my answers. If those are my zeros after I factored and got those zeros, then to find the vertex, I would just do 2 plus 4 divided by 2. So that would be 6 divided by 2, which would be 3. So that would be the x coordinate for the problem. So my vertex would be 3, whatever. And then to find that y coordinate, I'll go back in. So I would go back into whatever my thing was and plug this back in to the x's and then solve it for y and see what the y would be. And that will give you your next point for your vertex. And so again, factor them and then find the vertex by just taking the 2 answers you get, or 3 answers you get, however many there are, divide by 2, add them, divide by 2, and then plug that number back in to find the y value. Alright, 7 through the rest of that deals with the parent function. So again, you're going to use your t-chart to find those. If it's remember that a negative, like it's a negative x squared, that flips it. If it's an x on the if it's a number on the outside, so like x squared plus 1, the 1's going to shift it up. If it's on the inside, like if it was an x minus 5 all squared, that's going to shift it to the right. It's the opposite of the sign. If it's a number in front of the x squared, like 7x squared, that's just going to make it really narrow. If it was a fraction like 1/7, that's just going to make it really wide. And so that's going to be the principle you use to solve those. Again, just use your t-chart to solve those, and you'll be done with that. And so that will take you through 485. 486 goes back and is dealing with review of functions. So again, on number 1 here, you're just going to say for each of the following, y varies directly with x. So again, you set it up. Remember that it's k, it's y equals kx. And k equals y over x. So that's going to be the 2 things you're going to be using to solve those on 1 through 4. 5 through 8 there, again, you're evaluating, so you're just going to plug those into your x's. So like for number 5, you're going to plug 3 into x and get that answer. Then they want you to also do -4, so you would plug -4 into x's, get that answer. And then the last one is t plus 2, so you would plug t plus 2 into x, and then get that answer, and it would just be in terms of t. So you would have a t in your answer. So that'll take you through there. Domain of each function is going to deal with if it's all real, if it's just a polynomial, so if it's just a numerator, it's going to be all reals. Remember, if it is a fraction, you have to set the denominator equal to 0, and then if it's a radical, you set the stuff in the radical greater than 0 and solve. And that should help you there. And then the zeros we just talked about, and the graphing the function we just talked about, so that should help you all there. So that's today's lesson. If you have any questions, just get up with me. Again, tomorrow you're going to have additional problems I may look at with you, but I'm going to actually go through the test tomorrow and show you what to look at the test as well. So again, if you have any questions on any of this book work, this is review work days for you to make sure you have it down. If you have anything to ask me, ask me. So that's up to you. So make sure you get it done. If you have questions, ask me. So that'll be today's lesson. Thank you all.